Sabi po nila, two of the greatest moments in your life is the day you were born and the day you find out why.
Because naniniwala ko dun that life speaks to us all the time. It whispers. Tapos pag hindi natin siya narinig, minsan kakalabitin tayo. Hanggang sa hindi natin pinapansin, babatukan na tayo. Pag hindi pa natin pinapansin yung batok, itutulak na tayo sa floor. Na parang,
Mas maganda yung plano lagi ni God para sa'yo.
Oo.
Diba? Tapos yung mga bagay na akala mong hindi mo deserve, magugulat ka. Ay, deserve ko rin pala yung mga ganitong bagay kasi hindi mo na-expect eh. Kasi minsan may tingin tayo sa sarili natin na hindi, ito lang ang posible para sa akin. Hindi ako mako-consider dyan. May paraan si God na iparamdam sa'yo yung mga bagay na akala mo hindi posible para sa'yo. Parang ano yun narinig ko dati sinabi ni Steve Harvey, kapag daw nakasara yung isang pinto, you just have to walk through the hallway and find the door that will open for you. But you have to keep walking and find that door. Kasi kung dun ka lang lagi dun sa pintong yon, at pipilitin mo magbukas, magiging stuck ka dun sa area na. When there's a long hallway na maraming pinto, na-try mo lang, ibukas mo lang ng ibukas, di ba?
Hanggang sa makita mo yung para sa'yo.
Yung para sa'yo. Dahil yun yung door na meant for you to enter, di ba?
Alam mo, habang pinapakinggan nga kita, na-realize ko, no, na lahat ng nangyayari sa buhay natin is preparation dun sa susunod na pupuntahan natin. Kasi kung hindi ka nag-give up, diba? Or kung nag-give up ka nun, hindi mo makukuha yung Rock of Ages. Kung hindi mo ginawa yung Rock of Ages, hindi magbubukas yung door for love life, hindi magbubukas yung door for being a movie actress. Alam mo, powerful talaga yung thought, powerful yung dream, powerful yun. Kasi kung ano yung iniisip mo, dun talaga pupunta yun. Yes! Yun, dun talaga pupunta yun. Hindi, totoo yan. Masisavor mo yung success kasi dun sa pain na pinagdaan. Doon talaga pupunta.
sometimes God will destroy our plans when He sees that our plans are going to destroy us. Do you get it? Have you ever planned your life and then realizing lahat ng plano mo hindi natuloy? Na-experience nyo na yun, basta pa ganito. Tapos lahat hindi natutuloy. You know why? Because God sees, probably knows, or He doesn't probably, but He knows that what you're planning for yourself is going to eventually destroy you. And we all know that. My plan for you is to give you hope and a future and never to harm you. God always has better plans in our lives.
Love should not hurt. Love does not hurt. If it's hurting you, it's not love. Diba? Love is supposed to heal you. Love is supposed to comfort you. Love is supposed to give you peace.
Yes.
Love is supposed to give you security. I'm also a victim of this. Is that when we decide on something, we always ask other people's opinions. When we already know in our hearts what we want.
We already know.
We already know.
the
You
answer.
already know in your
You
heart.
need that validation
But
from
you
everyone
need that
else.
validation from Jaco,
Yeah.
from your
Always,
mom. Should I do
always.
this? Should I do this? That is what I'm saying, that you don't need to ask anybody for permission to achieve your dreams or to do something for your life, because it is your life and you decide for it. Because at the end of the day, who will get the consequence? You. And you will deal with all of the consequences. But it all boils down to the intention. Why do you want to do it? Because the intention will determine the outcome. If the intention is bad, then you will suffer the consequences. But if the intention is good, then you will reap the benefits. You know, life will humble you. Life will humble you. And I've experienced that. I've learned that. I went through that. Now you get into this business and parang, syempre when you're young, you feel like, oh, the world is my oyster. I can be whoever I want to be. And then life happens. And then it humbles you. It makes you change your perspective about life and about getting into the business. I think more than thinking about what you can do, always go back to the reason why you do it. You will know if someone is successful when that person wants other people to be successful. That is my true definition of a successful person. When that person wants to help others to be successful, it's because he is successful. But when a person doesn't want others to be successful, because he's not really successful. But Successful people, they always want to bring others up. They always want to help others.
Exactly.
That's a true definition for me ng mga successful people. Nabasa ako na God removes people in your life because He heard conversations that you didn't hear. So this year, I realized na I didn't lose friends. The real ones remained with me. At yun ang babaunin ko. Yung the beauty of letting go and not allowing the situation to control you. Because what you can only control is yourself. You cannot. People have this idea kasi that we control everything around us. And that will give you so much pressure, so much anger, so much sadness and depression in life because you will realize you have no control over anything. And what you can control only in reality is your mind and your heart. That's the only thing you can control. That's it. And what you feel on the inside will translate on the outside. You cannot change the environment you're in, but you can change. That's what you were sharing kanina about the monks, di ba? But you can change the world that's going on in here. Because the world that you create on the inside is the world that will translate on the outside. So the change doesn't really happen sa external. The change always happens internal. We should just stop controlling, stop analyzing, stop thinking, just stop. And then look. What do you mean by look? Look what's in front of you. Look what's happening around you. Just be aware. And then the most important thing is for you to listen. Because sometimes you will not realize it in your life that you rarely listen. So when you stop, when you look, and when you listen, you get new information. Because when you talk, you're just repeating what you know. But when you listen, you learn something new. The anagram of the word listen is silent. And for you to be able to listen intently is for you to be silent. Because sometimes people are not really listening. They are just waiting for their turn to talk. But when you listen, you're really silent and you are absorbing the information and the lessons that the other person is sharing to you. Pag minsan alam niyo isipin niyo ng haters, yung mga sinasabi nila sa inyo, hindi naman tungkol sa inyo. It's a projection of how they feel and what they feel inside. They don't really hate you. They just really hate themselves. Kayo yung insecurity nila, tsaka yung hate nila sa mundo, napoproject nila sa inyo. Kasi nandiyan kayo, pinupursue nyo yung dreams nyo, you're making a difference, hindi ba? You're doing something in your lives.
I was listening to Joel Austin one time. He said, when you wake up in the morning, you have two choices. Either you complain for what you don't have, or be grateful for what you do have.
You don't work for money, you work for your passion. Mas fulfilling pala when you're doing something with a purpose rather than just because there's profit. Mas nakakataba ng soul. Do something that feeds your soul and not your pocket.
Kahit maganda yung intention ng sinasabi ng isang tao, depende yan sa nakikinig. And depende yung kung where you stand in your life. Diba? If you are against a person, no matter what person says, hahanapin mo mali. But if you know the person and you know the intention of the person and what they said, makukuha mo yung the good and what he said. But if you don't like the person, kung anong sabihin ng isang tao, it will never sound good to you.